Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be going over the other key portion of this update. We've already talked about the balancing of the Paragon buffs, you can check out that video. But in this one there are another really major things which have happened. Number one, they have I think corrected the Bonnie issue with Decay's reach. If you guys remember from the testing we did, basically she wasn't truly prioritizing the rearmost enemy hero and she was targeting the other hero on that same row. And now she should be targeting this, the rearmost. So we can do some testing of that. But this is important because especially when you're using like a key artifact and you have a hero in the rearmost tile like Diurnal for example, you're going to be debuffing them first of all, which is great. Now for Talene and Harak, this is really good. They have given them basically the best charms of the season, because prior to this the magic charms they had were just not optimal, and so a lot of people I guess were upset about that. And now they have charms which will make them both more functional for Dream Realm and even for PvP as well. Overall it is just really good for them. I think the Harak one actually might not be as good in PvP, but it is definitely going to be better in Dream Realm, and that is his major role. So the thing is, Harak is still going to be a top priority now for this season to get recruited onto your account. Talene, I don't know about Talene. We're going to have to wait and see, because Harak is really kind of overshadowing Talene in all of the different Dream Realm bosses. So Harak is the one to get, basically, after you're done with Fresto. Fixing an issue where the recent skill adjustment allowed the Flesh Feast skill to eliminate enemies that should not have been eliminated. That just sounds like a fix. It's not actually going to change any of his mechanics. Okay, that is the major thing. The rivalry stat changes, we have already talked about it in a separate video. So let's go ahead and take a look at these charm changes and how this is going to be really good for both Harak and Talene. So now the charm effect of Harak is going to be the same one as Lily May, I believe, which is a really powerful effect for especially Dream Realm bosses where you're going to be fighting for the whole duration, the 90 seconds of the match. Every 10 seconds in battle, increase the caster's attack by 8% and their physical and magical defense by 16%. The defenses will probably not matter for Dream Realm Endless bosses where you don't need there's no issue surviving. However, for pre-Endless, this is definitely gonna probably help, because the boss sometimes can kill your allies. The effect lasts until the end of the battle. After 60 seconds have passed in a battle, the caster's attack deals extra damage equal to 40% of the target's lost health, up to the caster's 320% of his attack, which basically against Dream Realm bosses, they're gonna have so much lost health that you're going to be always capped out at this 320%, and this will be triggered every 6 seconds. So basically for the final 30 seconds of the match, you're going to get 5 extra procs of this every 6 seconds, and that is gonna give you 320% attack multiplier per hit, which is just more damage. But really the good thing is the fact that every 10 seconds in battle, 8% bonus attack. So by the end of the battle is going to be 8 times that, and eventually 9 times that, but that is when the battle would end. So like 64% bonus attack at the end of the battle, which is going to be crazy. Like, this is an absolutely insane charm effect for Harak. If you already thought Harak was dominant in the previous season, this is like taking him to another level. Which honestly, there's might even be some kind of issues with that, because like Harak in the previous season, his charm bonus, I can't even remember what it was, but it wasn't anything so as impactful as this. This is going to make him maybe a meta part of a lot more teams. Basically, he's going to try to work in every team possible, and he's going to be fitting in a lot more. Still, Fresto is going to be needed, because you're going to need Fresto like Illusion to have a free Devour for Harak. However, Harak has just become much more relevant like this season. This is going to make him crazy. He's probably going to be in almost every one of the Dream Realm and this top teams because of this charm. Like, this is just taking him to the maximum level. And as for his actual charms, he has again the Balanced or Butcher. Pre-Endless Butcher are probably going to be the best, and then at Endless Balance would be the best. But usually how it works is we don't get access to these Mythic Plus charms until we've reached the Endless bosses of Dream Realm, and so at that point Balance will be the way to go, other than maybe for like Ravage Realm at the end of the season where we might want Butcher. So Harak has just become very important to have on your account. And like, I know we have the Celestial Twins coming out, we have 3 Celestial Hypergenes in total coming out this season, but I find it really hard to believe that anything is going to power creep Harak out of the Dream Realm. I think Harak is going to be the dominant force of Dream Realm for the whole season, along with Freyasto. Freyasto and Harak, they're going to be the two allies. And even though Rainier Charm bonus is so good for this season, I can't even recommend you going for Rainier until you have your Freyasto and Harak complete. Okay, Talene. So Talene has a really good boosted charm effect. Basically, her previous charms were not good. They were only like a one-time 8-second attack buff on casting her first ultimate, and then after that, no value for the rest of the fight, which has really anti-synergy with Dream Realm. Because Dream Realm is about a long, drawn-out fight. But now, thankfully, she has the good effect, restoring energy per second during battle up to 40. And then once 900 energy has been restored, you're going to increase the caster's ultimate damage by 50% for the rest of the battle. When she gets her mythic quality bonus, she is going to be pretty crazy. Like, this is really similar to her charm effect in the previous season, also giving her like a damage boost, but this is going to be good for her. So if you have Talene, for example, and you haven't recruited for Harak, you can probably get by with Talene, especially in the early part of the season, like pre-endless bosses. Talene will also be a good damage deal option. As soon as you can get the legendary charms online, she is going to have that damage boost, which will be important, but she's really only going to take off when you get her legendary charms. Before that, only giving energy per second in battle, it is not enough of an effect for it to be that valuable. She needs that damage boost to really take off, and so legendary is going to be it, and then mythic eventually as well. And of course, blast charms are going to be the way to go. Overall, all of the ultimate power and skill power has been slightly nerfed this season compared to Waves of Intrigue. Rather than having 5 ultimate or skill power, you will have 4. So her damage will be a bit lower than Waves of Intrigue, but not by a huge amount. So this is still going to be good. Talene is going to be strong this season, just like she was last season. Harak is going to be absolutely insane. This is too powerful, honestly. And also the thing is, even at an elite set, he begins getting this attack stacking. Epic set even gives him the attack stacking. Like, what is he? He's just getting some more magic and physical defense by going from legendary mythic. So he's going to become online as soon as he gets the epic, basically. And then legendary is going to be basically fine-tuning it. Harak is going to be absolutely crazy this season. I'm telling you guys. The only thing right now is the Thalassa boss. I don't know if it's a bug or not, because as far as I've seen, there's not been any update regarding it. And if you guys remember the Thalassa boss testing we did, basically, I can even show you a replay right now. Yeah, I guess what we can see from this is you're going to see Rainier is position swapping the Odie, which normally would put Odie up into the middle of the, or to the enemy side, but he just doesn't move. And it isn't because of this effect or anything. This is not giving him unaffected. It's just that you cannot be teleported into the enemy's face, because like melee heroes basically will not be able to reach Thalassa. Like Talene, while casting, can be there, but then she has to walk back, right? She cannot remain in that, I guess, that open, empty area off the ship. I don't know if this is intended. Honestly, this could be intended, in which case Harak is actually going to be weaker. Harak is going to be not good for Thalassa because he can't even attack Thalassa or the tentacles other than using his tidal assault. So Talene is going to be the queen of Thalassa if it is the case that this is not a bug and this is actually intended. But for the other heroes, I'm honestly feeling like Harak is going to be, or for the other bosses rather, Harak is going to be very dominant. We have 2 more bosses coming up, 4 hours, that should be the Plague Creeper, then we have the Craze Shell Brute, so definitely we'll be featuring and showcasing those bosses. But in those, Plague Creeper, no doubt Harak is going to be great. Snow Stomper, Harak was actually the optimal choice with the Resonating Spell for the last season. Lone Gaze, Harak is going to be good. Elucia, Harak was good, even though he does get turned into a cat. I still think he's good. And Crystal Beetle, I don't know, he wasn't actually the best last season, but with this charm bonus, he is going to be pretty good. So this is going to be a Harak season, definitely, but also it could be a Talene season as well. So if you have Talene, I think you will be able to put together a lot of good teams thanks to the charms that she's going to be getting. And Harak, I think, definitely he's really, really important to have on your account, and especially with these charm bonuses. Also, Lily May is going to be great because Lily May has this charm bonus, same as Harak, which is really, really dominant. Yeah, both Harak, Lily May, Talene, these are going to be really the powerful damage dealers of this season. And of course, once you get to Endless, then Freyasto will be good, and the other Ludovic, Smokey, Shakir, all of those heroes are going to be good as they were good before. But yeah, the new season, the new heroes are coming out. Celestial Hypogeans, the twins, Elijah and Lila. those are going to be, honestly, I feel like those are going to be one of the more interesting heroes for Dream Realm, because they do provide the haste buff, they do provide energy recovery, they do provide an attack buff. I think there will definitely be teams involving them for Dream Realm. Those are really the ones I'm watching out for, but the question is, will they be more important to recruit for than Harak? That is really the question, because you're going to have to decide between the two if you don't already have Harak recruited. And I think this is going to be still a good season for Harak. He's still going to be very dominant, and no doubt in PvP he's also going to be good. We need to do Bonnie testing. So we have done all of our arena attacks. Did we attack anyone with Bonnie? Bonnie is not on our is Bonnie on our defense? So guys, I think the only two which were within range of this date are going to be these top 2 attacks. I don't even know if the Shelby one is actually with after the update happened or not. Here it should go on to Lily May, but it goes on to Talene instead. But it did look like it was delayed, right? And because Lily May is untargetable, she cannot be hit with this. I want to see when exactly does it land onto the Talene. I want to see if there's a true delay. It does land about the same time. And on the team number 1. Okay, here is the thing, and Bonnie is going to go off onto Lenya, who is the rearmost. Okay, so it does look like it's working properly now, as intended, because previously it would have went on like the Shakira there rather than the Lenya. They were both in the back row, so that is kind of evidence that Bonnie's debuff is now going on the true rearmost target, which is great. Okay guys, that is going to be it for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, but I'll hopefully see you guys in the next one, and until then everyone, peace out for now, and thank you for watching.